Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Purdy off the play fake. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. 27 yards there, a first down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They go play action here. Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a 3rd down throw that misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. Brandon Powell deep from Minnesota.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And out now come the Vikings. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw taken in by Hawkinson here.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
2nd and 7. Play action. Now Purdy. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Osborne motions left. Now Cousins fakes a jet sweep, and on play action, he wants to throw it.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hockenson. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
1st down. Here's Cousins.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And that is every quarterback's worst nightmare. You had the perfect play call. The seams parted perfectly. You had your guy wide open. He could have run for days, but he overshoots him. And that's one they'll think about for the next month.
This is Samuel.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Needed 13, and with a good spot, they got 13 and a 1st down.
San Francisco.
We're scoreless after 1.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 27 yards. And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he returns this to the 22.
And now out comes Minnesota. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Get something together.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Cousins.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
Dancing to his left. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Let's go. Let's be perfect. We're going to make a play, baby. Let's go, man. Let's go.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And some room to work.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line.
They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 1 second, all that remains.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He'll find Osborne here.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Cousins.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes and try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. A 2nd down throw for Cousins.
To Jefferson on the slant.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Another carry now for Madison. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now 2nd and 5.
Here's Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. To throw, Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Cousins on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
An excellent play by Hargrave, who was a Pro Bowler in 2021 and was even better in 2022. Had his best year as a pass rusher with 11 sacks and was rewarded with a massive free agent contract.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A 51-yard attempt.
The kick by Joseph is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Joseph now to kick this one away.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Now Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. fights off the tackle at the 20. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Madison.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
In motion right is Osborne. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
Throwing is Cousins. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
This one an absolute must. It's 4th and 4.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Touchdown, Vikings!
Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Purdy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
He's got a man complete. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
Powerful running. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Samuel.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Samuel.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he He's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So Cousins and the Vikings down 13-10, a little over 20 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
That's caught by Addison. And he'll be out right at the 35.
They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So